This is Permission to Play, a podcast for creatives and other humans who sometimes wonder, where the F did my mojo go? My moxie, my marbles. Why am I so stuck, lost, depressed? God, how do I break free? Well, I have something I live by. Think less, play more. This podcast is your permission to play. Together we'll explore all things helpful for the care and feeding of the creative soul. Welcome. I'm your host, Chatty Kathy.
Oh, Chatty Kathy, all the tails sing the talking down. We pull the ring, and you say 11 different things. I love you.
Just pull the ring. You never know what she'll say next.
Keeping it. Hey guys, welcome back to the podcast. This is what I call one of my little Chatty Kathy minisodes, or sometimes I call them my little golden nugs, or my little golden keys. I don't know. We're going to find out what these are called. But for now, these are my little minisodes. And I will be posting these probably once a week. But no pressure on me. But it'll be in between my longer conversations that I have with my lovely and amazing guests. Because, number A, it's fun. And two, I just have thoughts sometimes that I feel I need to share. So I just pop on my phone, record them just for you. Take a quick listen. They're meant to encourage you, brighten your day, give you a little lift or a laugh or a, what the? So I hope you enjoy Chatty Kathy's little nugs. I don't know. Maybe you can help me figure out what we're going to call these. Enjoy, and we'll talk again soon. This might seem really kind of silly, but at the same time, it just felt profound this morning. And no, I'm not stoned. But this morning I was going through my little morning ritual that I do, which involves lemon and water. My husband calls it my tinkle time. We'll talk about that another time. I was turning off and on our new faucet in the kitchen, and I realized what an amazing thing it is to have a faucet that I can flick a little handle one way and the other and have running water in my kitchen. It felt so significant because recently our faucet actually broke, and we had to use a big pair of pliers to turn it on and off. And it was a pain in the ass, actually, because the pliers were old and funky, and they would pinch your skin sometimes, and you have to reach down inside and grab hold of this little nut and then pull up. And if you didn't pull carefully, the faucet would go on full blast, and then you had to mess around to try to get it to the right pressure and then try to turn it hot and cold. If you're a cook, you know, being able to flick the faucet off and on quickly while you're in the kitchen is sort of crucial. So to have to grab pliers and do that. Anyway, I know it's, all first world problems here, but everything's relative. The faucet was broken they weren't able to get a plumber here for maybe 2.5 weeks. We had to use pliers for the kitchen sink, and it's one of the beauties of living so remotely. There's like one plumber. Well, no, there's probably 5 plumbers, but only one who shows up. So we got our new faucet last week. I find myself in these moments of, oh my God, it's so easy to just turn this faucet on and turn it off and then turn it on again and turn it off. I don't have to leave it running and wasting gallons of water. It just made me think about how, there are little moments, like it was a pain in the ass to have the sink broken. And yet it was a time to practice, because there were times when it would irk me and irritate me and I would be whiny about it. And then I would stop myself and say, hold on, just be with what this is. This is your normal for right now. Oh, I hate that phrase. I'm not even going to use it. I'm cutting that from the record. All right, so I kept it. Just be with what is right now, and don't make a big deal out of it, and just notice it and be with it. So I'm not going to say I relished it or loved it, but now with my working faucet, I'm so grateful for it. So I look back on that experience of inconvenience and recognize how incredible it is to have something so simple as a tap in my kitchen for water. And of course, we could extend that to people around the world who do not have a tap, who have to walk for miles and miles to get water. And yes, that still exists. So, which, that in and of itself could be an amazing thing. I mean, who knows? Everybody's experience is their experience. But so it's just something to contemplate when you've got some disruption in your life that you want to dive into and wrap yourself around all the stories of how painful that is, to stop and ask, what have you come to teach me? And try to just be with that while it's happening, knowing that one thing we can always count on is change. So one way or another, that experience could morph into some other experience. There will always be retrospect and always be something to look back on where you can say, oh, now I see. Or, wow, now I so appreciate this new situation. So anyway, just thoughts that help me to just have a more appreciative heart, a heart of gratitude and just something to think about. I don't know. It's entertaining, right? Anyway, I hope that sparks a little something for you. And I hope that you have a great day. Talk again soon. If you enjoyed this episode, please come back for more. I've got some really interesting and inspiring guests on tap for upcoming episodes. I've got award-winning authors, plant medicine people, nervous system experts, just a smorgasbord of goodness and curiosity. Coming up next week, Kat Courtney, the afterlife coach. Kat is an enthusiastic advocate and passionate messenger for reverent and safe plant medicine experiences. She works as a ceremony guide and a psychedelic integration coach and is a certified death doula. Curious? If all that sounds new and weird and mystical to you, be sure to tune in. It's an interesting and magical conversation. And also, if you could please help me grow my audience by sharing with your friends and especially by subscribing to, rating, and reviewing the show. Here's a simple way to do that. Just click the Rate This Podcast link in the show notes, or go to ratethispodcast.com/permission to play. Follow 3 quick and easy steps, and bam, you've helped all the people find Chatty Kathy Martens and permission to play. See how easy that was? Thank you so much, my friends. It means so much that you chose to spend your precious time with me today. Be well, and remember to think less, play more. Grant yourself permission to play.